Hey family, what's good? This your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and I'm actually here today to do this video, which is pretty much different from the types of videos that I do, but I really wanted to come and just have sort of an intellectual, thought-provoking, deep conversation, I suppose, about this show, Insecure. It's HBO's show that stars, written, produced, and all of that by Issa Rae, who used to be a YouTube personality. I was obsessed with her YouTube series, Awkward Black Girl, and I'm so excited for her to have this opportunity with HBO. But I must say, my husband and I thoroughly enjoy the show. There's not a whole lot of shows that we watch together. We watch sports together, but as far as like a show that we're both really into, this has been one that really sort of captivated us because it's so real. And I think with television, when you see African Americans being portrayed on TV, sometimes it's like, it's so not realistic, or it's so far from you. For example, it could be like this whole, you know, mom and dad are a lawyer, that whole Cosby type thing where everybody is extremely affluent and that's all you know, or it's on the other side of the spectrum where we're talking about living impoverished, or even on the other side, there might be like the whole Tyler Perry-esque type of show. But to have a show that's just real everyday people trying to make it, nobody's extremely rich, nobody's, you know, pretentious, everything is just really real. It's one of the most organic and real shows that I've ever seen on television. So for me, being a life and dating coach, doing Strawberry Letters and all of that, I kind of approach the show as a dating coach, and there's so many issues that I have. I just kind of want to talk about it. So Molly. Now, I was at first really impressed with her character, being so accomplished in every other area of her life, but she is an example of someone who settles in dating. Doesn't settle with her career, doesn't settle in any other area of her life, but settles in relationships and just takes whatever it is that she can get. And it was really I know so many women like that, and I've gotten so many Strawberry Letters from women like that, that I feel like her character, it's not made up, it's not fairy tale, it's not over the top, not overdone in any way, but a very realistic portrayal of someone who is searching for their happiness in someone instead of looking for it within herself. And so I feel like, you know, when Issa talked to her about getting coaching, not getting coaching, but she should get some coaching and hire me. But anyway, when you talk to her about getting to speak with a psychologist or speak and get some counseling or whatever, I really feel like she should take her up on that offer and not be offended by it. There's this negative connotation in the African American community that if you're talking to someone, something's wrong with you and this person's crazy. We throw around the term crazy way too loosely, but I feel like she definitely needs to talk through those issues of feeling insecure, which is the whole premise behind the show. Molly is in fact extremely insecure. To feel like you have to throw yourself at the feet of anyone and to be, you know, jumping into stages of relationship that a man hasn't even committed enough to receive, it's just like, she just shows her insecurity throughout every single episode. I definitely hope that that gets better and that she finds someone who's patient enough to help her work through that issue. But with Issa, my number one issue is with Issa. So my husband and I had this huge debate, great conversation, talking about who is wrong. Now, is it Issa or is it Lawrence? Now, of course, if you're watching this video, you must have seen the show. I hope you have seen the show. I must have said spoiler in the title, spoiler in the beginning of the video, so you know that I'm going to talk about it. I do feel like Issa was wrong to step out on her relationship. Absolutely, unequivocally, she was wrong. However, I feel like what Lawrence did was petty when he got with Tasha, the bank teller. I feel like it was extremely, extremely petty to go tit for tat with her because she cheated, you're gonna cheat. Like, how does that make you any better? How does that make you feel better? My husband says it's not cheating because they broke up, but still, the whole way that it ended just really, it bothered me, and I know how it feels to be in a relationship where you're holding somebody down. Thankfully, I haven't really had that issue with my husband because he's such a worker bee. He always makes sure that he can provide for me and our family and all that. But in my previous relationship, that brother couldn't get it together. and we were together for 4 years, and just going through that and trying to support someone and trying to hold us down here and there, it really became draining. I feel like as a woman, when we have to take care of home and when we have to be in a situation where we're the sole provider, that's what we do. But that's not what we were created to do. Like with the whole situation with Adam and Eve, if God wanted them to be on equal footing, he would have created Adam and Eve at the same time and gave them both a job. I feel like for me, you can call it old-fashioned, you can call it me being too spiritual, or whatever you want to say. That's how I feel. The first thing that God gave Adam was a job. Your job is to go around and name everything that you see. That's your job. And once he was comfortable and established in his job, God gave him a wife to help him. I feel like that's how it should be. Like the Bible says, if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. I feel like Lawrence depended on Issa way too much. She was not his wife. And this whole thing of holding her down and ride or die, but you still got to be able to take care of yourself. Even in that episode where he was finally getting interviewed for the job after having all these years of being unemployed, and this brother gonna say, maybe I should not take the job and work on my app a little bit more because I feel like I'm further along in development and I can get that popping. Boy, what?
I know you haven't sat on my couch for 5 years, and you're gonna turn down a good job for what? So you can continue this, boy, if you don't get out here and get to work.
Like, see, he does not get the urgency. I am not excusing what Issa did in any way whatsoever. She was wrong to step out of her relationship, but at the same time, I don't feel like Lawrence was blameless. I don't feel like he was a victim because of the fact that he continuously undervalued Issa. Even with her birthday, how you gonna Redbox, not even Netflix, bruh. How you gonna Redbox and chill on somebody's birthday? Like, he didn't get it. I feel like he did not get it. I feel like Issa was slowly checking out of the relationship and he didn't notice. Sometimes you get so caught up in what you're doing, you're not even noticing your partner slipping away from you. You have to constantly be on that. Love is an action word. Like, it requires you to constantly be working at and everything going okay, babe? How are we doing? You have to actually be looking and paying attention and looking for the clues and listening to what they're telling you. I feel like she had slowly started to check out. He didn't notice. He was so busy in his own little world, he didn't notice that she had been checked out of the relationship. Now, what she should have done is did it properly and ended the relationship formally before moving on, if that's what she wanted to do. But the whole he was an itch and she needed a scratch, see, that's why you don't entertain people that you have some kind of feelings for, because that's what's gonna happen. I still think that he was petty for getting with Tasha the bank teller, and she was mad thirsty for continuing to pursue this man knowing he was in a relationship. I do appreciate him telling her to fall back and her actually dipping and falling back like she was supposed to. But I don't know. I see all these memes on Instagram where they're just like, you know, mood Lawrence, and they got Lawrence looking like he's in Lemonade and talking about you better call Daniel with the good hair and all that. And I'm just like, that one was funny. Daniel with the good hair, and Daniel continually pursuing her. She should have never even entertained him. This is all her fault. Issa made her bed and she should in fact lay in it. I'm not saying that she shouldn't, but what I am saying is Lawrence is not blameless in my opinion. I don't feel like he was putting in the work to make that relationship work. I just don't. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Most likely this video will not stay up. I doubt it would stay up because I don't typically do videos like this one, but we had such a good conversation, my husband and I. And like I said, he's working from home today. He told me to get off the couch and come up here and make this video. He's like, why not? You know, it's going to be a great topic and I'd love to hear what people have to say. So that's why I'm making it. But let me know what you guys think. Was Issa wrong? Are you team Daniel? Are you team Lawrence? What do you think? Are you even team Issa? Do you think that Molly will ever get her life together? And also, really quickly, her friends, that real snooty friend being played by Amanda Seales, I just couldn't have friends like that. I'm dealing with, the fact that the girl knew what Issa was going through, but didn't say anything until that moment when they were all together, that's not real friendship. Real friendship is what Issa has with Molly. No matter how mad Molly was, when she saw her friend needed her, she got up, took her to go meet her man. The fact that her man wasn't there, that's another story. But just the fact that no matter how mad you are, your friend has your back, that's a real friend. A real friend doesn't put all your personal business out at the worst and most inopportune time just for the sheer purpose of embarrassing you or being petty. She could have pulled that girl to the side and said, I heard about you and Lawrence. She continued to just like let it slide and sip on her tea and sip some tea and sip tea, even though she already knew what was going on. I just feel like it was shady. And girl, who needs shady friends like that in your bunch? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, but I love you guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Let's talk a little bit about the show. Huge shout out to Issa Rae. I'm just like, she's like my shero at the moment right now, being able to do big things off of this YouTube platform, so kudos to her. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully if you watch this video, that means you've watched the show. And if you haven't, I hope that this video inspires you to go ahead and watch the show, because it's good. It's highly entertaining, it's realistic, and all of that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. So next time, later divas and dudes, deuces honey.